Hi, my name is Shelley Nowak. For those of you who don't already know me, my husband Matt and I are frontline healthcare workers. I'm an emergency room nurse, and Matt is a firefighter paramedic. And we are local art collectors. The coronavirus has impacted us all in a very unifying and yet a very personal way. Without going into too many details, I'm sure most of you can imagine that working in the emergency services is a very rewarding and yet a very stressful career. Our days are often filled with long hours of sickness, suffering, pain, and darkness. Art and nature have always been our escapes from that darkness. The coronavirus pandemic has added a whole nother layer of uneasiness and uncertainty to our jobs. A couple years ago, Matt and I bought our first real painting from a Cleveland artist. Prior to that, like most people, we had just kind of filled our walls with prints bought at local stores, nothing fancy. But once we bought our first real painting and lived with real art, well, there was nothing like it. The colors, the textures. Since then, we have literally filled our walls with art created by Cleveland artists. And that art has created such a place of joy and brightness and light in our home. When we come home after our long shifts and we see all of our paintings, it just makes us so happy. It has created such a space of positivity, positive energy, a place where we can restore, recharge, and diffuse from our difficult days. Matt said that as soon as he comes in the door and sees our paintings, his mood is immediately lifted, his spirits are lifted, and it's so true. When we started buying art a couple years ago, what we could have never anticipated, though, was the deep friendships and bonds that we would form with the artists themselves. When an artist creates a work of art, they truly put their soul into that work of art. Living with works of art all over our walls from people that we know and love makes me feel like I'm always surrounded by friends. I feel like I could just feel the souls of the artists and the work they create. Matt and I are honored to be the caretakers of these works of art, and we're also so honored to be a part of the Cleveland Art Network. We have been so deeply touched by the way that the artists have reached out to us over the past several weeks during the difficult days of this pandemic. Over the past several weeks, we have received so many words of encouragement, so many messages, texts, verses, just words of love and support and inspiration. We have received many little precious gifts like masks made for us, or flowers, bread, cookies, and wine left outside of our door. We even had a pack of toilet paper left outside our door. Now that is love. In all seriousness, the way that the artists have reached out to us, it's just made us so much easier to do our jobs. It has lifted us up. They call us healers. But you artists are healers as well, because you heal us. You, in essence, have become part of the front lines because you build us up. You build our morale. You help us keep going. Matt and I feel as if we will never be able to repay all of you for what you have done for us. We know that everybody has their own worries and their own suffering going on right now, and yet you have reached out to us and helped us. Your generosity of spirit and the beautiful artwork that you create, it brings so much light and beauty and joy, not only to our world, but to the world in general. Your art brings so much light and hope for today and for better days ahead. And for that, we thank you so much.